Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and whenever you happen to find me. Happy Wednesday, everybody, January 22nd. Our author today for our daily bread is Win Collar, and they'll be analyzing the sun is the exact representation of God's being. Hebrews 1:3. Now, our title is Recognizing God. I flew to India, a land I'd never visited, and arrived at the Bangalore airport after midnight. Though there'd been a fury of emails, I didn't know who was picking me up or where I should meet him. I followed the stream mass of humanity to the baggage claim and customs, and then out into the sticky night where I tried to spot a pair of friendly eyes among the sea of faces. For an hour, I walked back and forth in front of the crowd, hoping someone would recognize me. A kind man finally approached me. "Are you Win?" he asked. "I am so sorry. I thought I'd recognize you and kept walking in front of me. But you didn't look how I expected." We regularly get confused and fail to recognize people or places we should know. God provides an unmistakable way of recognizing him, however. He arrived in our world as Jesus, who is the radiance of God's glory and the exact representation of his being. Christ is God's exact representation. When we see him, we have complete confidence that we're seeing God. If we want to know God and what he is like, what he would say, how he would love, then all we need to do is only look and listen to Jesus. Are we truly hearing what God has spoken through him? Are we actually following his truth? To be sure that we know how to recognize God, we fix our gaze on the Son and learn from him. Dear God, I want to know your voice and follow you. Please help me recognize you in Jesus. Amen. Now a couple questions for us to think about. When do you have trouble recognizing God's voice? Oh, that's a loaded question for me. Sometimes I don't know if it's my ego or if it's God's way. Even when good things happen to me that I anticipated or I try to make happen, is it God's way or my own ego? And that is a personal struggle of mine. How does fixing your focus on Jesus help? Well, praying helps. Just like Peter, who was in the boat, got up and walked to Jesus, the second he took his eyes off Jesus, he began to sink. The second he did. So I try to keep my eyes focused, much like Peter tried to. Keep my eyes focused on Jesus so I don't sink. Amen. Happy Wednesday, everybody. And remember to be good to one another. Amen.